Those of you who tuned in and watched the O.J. Simpson show that ran on FX, I believe, right? Correct, Francis?
It did, FX.
It wrapped up earlier this week. We'll get to more of that in just a second because opportune time, all the leftover people who wanted more from O.J. Simpson, more information, either because there was the book in the first place and there's all the interviews, and of course the show is fantastically done. There's going to be a 30 for 30 documentary coming out in June. The trailer dropped, I think, just today. It looks fantastic. Have a look at that.
I told him, OJ, you're breaking the laws of God. One day, everybody's gonna know everything that you've done, man.
If you're a black man in America, you're fighting our war.
Who's in a man? Where you gonna run to?
The reality of black America and white America. Two totally separate worlds.
For us, O.J. was colorless. None of the people that we associated with looked at him as a black man.
A civil rights leader in Los Angeles has said if you are going to be a Negro in a big city, then Los Angeles is the best place to be.
I can somebody say I can kill this woman.
Who's in a man? Where you gonna run to?
Really? O.J. Simpson as a civil rights victim? It was disgusting. It was appalling.
Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Cinnamon, where you gonna run to?
It's easy to celebrate. It's easy to be friends when somebody's winning.
So I ran to the devil.
You know, you gotta have tragedy in your life to really write an interesting autobiography.
All right, chilling trailer looks to be a fantastic 30 for 30. All the 30 for 30s I enjoy watching, most sports fans do, but this one kind of touches more than just sports fans because our generation's slightly different, only because if you're not a sports fan, you kind of just know OJ as the guy who got away with murdering his wife, and the Ford Bronco and the LA car chase, and now the TV series. But those who do remember O.J. Simpson remembered him, I can't say in the past, he's still alive, remember him as the greatest athlete America ever saw for that time period. And the example our EP just used, Dan, was it's like, imagine right now if it turned out LeBron murdered his wife.
Yeah.
It's that big. He was the most polarizing figure in terms of sports. He was this likable guy, like you would never think in a million years O.J. murdered his wife. Granted, he was never convicted for it, but he did write a book. If I did do it, this is how I would have done it.
It's like, you just mentioned it there. It's like the whole case was transcendent. I mean, my dad told me about when he would turn on American channels and that would be on. That it took precedence over everything that was programmed. Even in the UK, people knew of the car chase. They knew of the case step by step. We have television shows and people are asking, like, now why is it suddenly so relevant again? Well, it's relevant. A TV series has now been made, which has brought up the conversation about how accurate it is and how the portrayal could be skewed certain ways. And it's so fascinating for me watching it. I was on the first review here when we did What the Flick, and I'm still playing catch up to it, so spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Like, I do know the case, but I like how how they're playing it, and I kind of have this outside view when I'm watching the show because I don't fully know the details of it, so I'm picking up case by case. But it's like, it's incredible to me how it tied in so many different issues in the country into one specific case, and that was what took me by. It didn't take me by surprise. Come on, I'm not surprised by anything here, but it just took me back, and it made the whole case itself have so many different layers. It was just like a massive onion. It was just peeling back all these issues, how they were toying with issues on race, and
Gender,
aggression with police, which is still something we see today. And it's just fascinating to me how that was back then, but if something like that was to happen now, the same case could be made.
Yeah, it's actually a good point. You look at the similarities between that period and today, and obviously a lot has changed and progressed, but at some points you just feel like you're stuck in that same period. All right, Francis, spoiler alert because you haven't finished the series.
Earmuffs.
La, 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 la. Those who haven't finished the series, turn off the clip right now. Comment below with what you think. But those who have, Vanity Fair did a great review of the whole series, and they did a fact check of the final episode, including 3 I found extremely interesting tidbits. 1, Johnny Cochran received death threats while defending O.J. Simpson. This was true. Not that surprising, considering it seemed pretty overwhelmingly evident that he killed his wife. And Vanity Fair had to say that most of the defense team endured threats and harassment. It wasn't just him. 2, the police officers guarding O.J. asked for his autograph while they awaited the verdict and gossiped with the officers assigned to the jury about the deliberations. Also true. Waiting the verdict to find out this guy murdered his wife, and you go up to him, Mr. Simpson, could you sign my legal pad, my badge, my gun? Sign my gun? And they said that all the deputies here are asking for my autograph. Simpson told the lawyers they hear from their boys over with the jury that it's going to be the last chance for them to get one. Really interesting, considering it wasn't. And then lastly, Jason Simpson, O.J.'s son, gave his father a puppy upon his acquittal. True, an 8-week-old Great Dane. You're good.
All hell was Great Dane.
Yeah, Great Dane.
I like them. Nice dogs.
Did you
They
hear
grow
anything
really
else?
big. I don't know, but every time you like bang the table when I have my hands in me, it's like there's a massive earthquake going on.
I hit the table too much.
I was like, wait, what? What's going on? But anyway, yeah, cool. Thanks for that.
One more super Scottish outro.
Make sure to come back to TYT Sports and.
That's not Scottish at all.
Scottish is English. You may take our lives, but you'll never take our freedom. I have a good laugh.
Yeah! Comment below, #freedom.